Hey everybody, welcome to Jacob's Quest, and last night I saw The Blackening, which is a comedy, not really a spoof as I was expecting it to be. It's more of just a comedy horror movie, but it does play on a lot of classic slasher movie tropes, specifically around the fate of, especially back I think in the 80s and 90s, black characters being the first ones to get killed off. And that's really just the central conceit of black culture's relationship with horror movies. And I gotta say, this movie itself, I didn't find myself laughing the whole time. However, I was definitely entertained the whole time, and I think the real reason for that was because I'm a big fan of horror movies, even the really cheesy, corny movies. So this one played off of that older style horror so much that I was actually really invested in what was going on. And I don't know, I found myself kind of pleasantly surprised, because I was going into this thinking it was going to be more of a scary movie type situation, or a haunted house, I guess. And it definitely wasn't that. It was definitely its own original narrative, and there is somewhat of a twist as to like what's going on and who's really behind everything, but you can kind of see it coming a mile away. But this is more of a comedy than a serious horror movie. But yeah, just overall, I found the characters to be really likable, and there were definitely some more modern sensibilities in play with your classic 80s slasher movie. So, you just had like them talking about more modern stuff that's happening in our society today. But I don't know, just overall, I had a fun time. It was a fun movie. I would say that maybe this is what I would, just like The Machine, I'd be like, it wasn't necessarily the funniest thing I've seen in a while, but it was entertaining the whole time. It might be what I would call a Netflix comedy movie. You can't find anything to watch. This is a good option to, spend the next 2 hours. Just go ahead and check this one out, This one definitely did have some really golden moments. I think they had something really special with this messed up racist board game that they were forced to play, but they kind of abandoned the board game halfway through. Like, they literally flip over the table, and the narrative goes more into just like running away from a masked slasher than sticking with the board game thing, where they kind of had more of a jigsaw type thing happening. I think I would have preferred if they stuck with that, because that kept them more in this one room. They're very isolated, but yeah, like I said, you can kind of see the twist coming if you just see which character stands out. You're like, okay, it feels like there's more to that person. So yeah, you see that coming. But yeah, anyways, like I said, I had a good time. It was fun, like that's my thing, is it was fun. And not being a member of the black community, there's definitely some things I could tell that I wasn't quite picking up on. There were some references to movies that I had never seen, I'm like, oh, okay, there's stuff here happening here that was not aimed for me, but I can appreciate that, you know what I mean? So if anything else, it's a fun time. Go ahead and check it out. All right, bye.